this is Chris Wilhelm and welcome to my weekly video blog. This week we take a look at the seller concession, or better known as the seller credit. This can certainly help you put a deal together or close the gap for that buyer who's working with limited funds and just needs a little bit of extra cash to put the deal together. So let's take a look at the conventional loan first. They actually break theirs down based on the amount of down payment. So if you put down 5%, the maximum seller credit can be 3%. If you put down 10%, the seller credit jumps to 6%. If you put down 25%, the seller credit or concession can be up to a maximum of 9%. Now please keep in mind that the seller credit has to be specifically for closing costs or escrow items. It cannot go towards any of their down payment, any seller repairs. It has to be specifically for closing costs, points, and prepaid items, again, which are escrows. So that's the conventional product. Now let's take a look at the FHA. Oh, by the way, let me back up. That is based on the sales price. So regardless of how much you put down, that credit is going to be based on the sales price. FHA. FHA's maximum is pretty simple. It's 6% and it's based on the sales price regardless of whether you put down the minimum, which is 3.5%, or you put down 20%. It's always going to be limited to 6%. However, on the FHA loan, just like the conventional, all 6% has to cover closing cost, points, prepaid items, or any items paid in advance, such as a home inspection, which also would apply for a conventional loan. But with the minimum down on FHA loan, the borrower, or your buyer or borrower, has to make that minimum investment of 3.5%. And again, none of that 6% credit can go to cover that 3.5%. The last one is the USDA. Now the USDA is a little unique. They have no limit. So you can have a credit with 0 down up to 9% if you want to have your buyer pay points. But again, it has to go towards fixed closing costs and or prepaid items. And USDA also has something unique. If the home actually appraises for more than what the sales price is, the borrower is able to finance in their closing costs. So that's pretty neat. One other thing I'm going to add on a conventional type loan, if it's an investment property, the seller credit or concession is limited to a total of 2%. So quick recap, conventionally 5% down, max credits 3%, 10% down, max credits 6%, 25% down or greater, 9% of what the sales price is, specifically closing costs and prepaids. FHA, maximum seller credit is 6%. USDA, there is no limit, but please keep in mind it has to be specific for closing costs and prepaids. Hopefully you find this information helpful and it helps put your next deal together.